Coucou tout le monde, bienvenue sur la chaîne des villes Angela. Aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour un nouvel épisode sur Mirror où nous allons incarner notre journaliste Sam qui se rend donc à la veillée de son ami Nick, récemment décédé.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Oh, je sais pas pourquoi, mais lui je l'aime pas.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after.
Just really embracing those Hicks
On
stereotypes,
s'affirme.
huh, Joel?
On s'affirme. Oula, bagarre?
Gentlemen,
Stephenson,
get
le
you good old
policier.
boys another round.
Mighty kind of you, Declan. You're not worth it, Higgs.
Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
Bah, c'est le rôle d'un journaliste, hein. Je suis juste là pour Nick.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, shame that. You watch yourself.
I
Allez,
think it's
c'est
time
bon.
I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
Ah, c'est pour ça. Ok. Explorons les lieux. Ah, tiens, on peut parler à cette tard. Ah, regardez.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his
D'accord.
car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
Elle est délicate, la meuf.
no.
hein.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Alors. Elle sert vraiment quelque
Should I have brought
chose.
flowers? Do people expect me to?
Ah,
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
mes condoléances pour Nick.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Joanne pense que Nick a été tué, je pense. Oh, le gros dilemme.
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now.
Je crois qu'on a mis les pieds dans le
Don't you
plat.
go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away
Rajouterai
from
une
her.
couche. Ah, pas les mentales. Ok, on a Pac-Man.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
I consume everything in my path?
You find every last bite. The mine closing wasn't your fault. Your investigation just hurried things up. You probably saved some lives, you know.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Muley.
You piece of
Language.
Is that a wedding ring?
Ouais.
I didn't know you were thinking about marriage.
Oh, it's just... It feels like the right thing to do.
Dad, what's the point of getting married?
Well, it's just one of those things people do, Bug. Here, you can play.
Someone has to show you grown-ups. Video games are the realm of the young.
Have you talked to Anna about
Ça,
it?
c'est pas vrai.
That's kind of the point. I'll talk to her about it when I show her the ring.
If you say so. Hey, just remember I'm here, right? If you need anything. Anything but my arcade secrets. Those I'll take to the grave.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. He was more her best friend than a dad. I wonder who took that picture. Happier times. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend. Bug was so small back then.
Bah, c'était un bébé, c'est peut-être un peu normal.
Those two were a great team.
Je crois que c'est bon sur le tableau.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
D'accord. C'est pas pour ça, je dirais.
That wasn't the reason I left town.
Oh, you think it was that girl of yours? You left because the town hated your guts.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope.
Dans les dents.
He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can.
Dans les dents.
But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
Qu'est-ce qui se balade avec un flingue? Ça veut dire quoi, ça?
Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
Bah, tu t'en fiches déjà comment il parle.
Yeah, like you'd care.
Not too much. But suit yourself if you want to be like that. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
Ah, c'est la fameuse Anna, je crois.
of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear.
Instant d'émotion.
That's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Ok, donc c'est la première fois qu'il revoit son ex depuis le vent qu'elle lui a mis. Alors, assister à la veillée, rendre hommage à Nick, aller parler à Anna. Bah, go. Il y a notre bord d'arcane.
Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit.
Pourquoi ça marche pas? Je veux lui parler. Oh là là, j'arrive pas à viser. Là, non, on a perdu. Allez. Voilà.
Anna?
Sam!
Lui rendre. Oh, le dilemme. Ouais, on va lui rendre. Gros moment d'hésitation.
I've missed you. Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Parce que tu m'as largué. Je suis là maintenant.
Well, I'm here now. I'll have to try and come by more often. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? Even if not everyone around here would like it.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Bah, dis-le à tous ces gens.
I wish everyone else understood that.
People are scared, mad. You were easy to blame.
De
When
toute
my
manière, on
father
zigouille
lost his
toujours le
legs,
messager. Hein.
nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. It started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Ouh, son ex et son meilleur ami étaient
You and
ensemble.
Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago, he never told you? He
Il a
asked
jamais
me
répondu
to
au
let him be
téléphone.
the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
On va continuer de mettre les pieds dans le plat.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous? Whew. Now, this is a real can of worms.
This is a wake.
I know that.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing. You always do this. You always... I get it. I just... You're still you, huh? You'll always still be you, Sam. I hope you never change, but I can't handle this right now.
Oh, je crois qu'on a
I'm
fait
gonna
une
go
grosse
home.
boulette.
I hate that his stuff is all over my house. Then drink and cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you around.
Ouh, vive les pieds dans le plat.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or
No
two.
more than 3,000 million.
Or 3. And then I'll go.
It's the guy who got the mine closed.
I can't believe he showed up.
I didn't know you read Dickens.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Not really. You just quoted him a couple of times and I thought it sounded good.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means
You
well.
should read Great Expectations. It's a masterpiece, plain and simple.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
Bah, c'est un petit bar de patelin, donc pas t'étonner. Hein.
It does look tempting.
Allez, bois un coup, Sam, t'en as besoin.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel. Join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Santé.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
Alors, c'était un bon père, on a eu des vies différentes. Boire, je lui ai jamais reparlé. On a
He
eu
got
des vies
married young
différentes.
and had a kid. Then broke up and dated my ex. And they were happy. In love. Anna clearly cared about him a lot.
Oh, my boy, you can't compare lives, just like you can't compare pain. They just simply are. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed, few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Oh, that's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Les gens l'appréciaient.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken.
Bah, c'est
Kathy has a
normal.
lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
On va boire un coup. Il se fait soif, non?
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan can lose
I
his
wasn't
license.
doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan!
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way. I'm sorry, everyone. She's just
Bah, elle vient de perdre son père.
so
Par contre, le flic, il aurait pu être un peu plus délicat quand même. Hein.
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Ah bah oui. Hein.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
T'es sûr? Je suis pas sûre. Hein. Ouh là là. Je crois qu'on est en train de se bourrer la gueule. Mais bien comme il faut. Oh, il va être raide.
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish.
Ouais.
You
Il a
got
mis
to
les pieds dans
chat
le
with
plat.
everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing. Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
C'est toi qui es revenu.
Hey, I didn't ask for you
Oh,
to
t'es
be here,
complètement bourré.
to come back. I couldn't let you miss this. You just showed up. You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world, feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything.
C'est donc la fin de cet épisode.
No
Un petit
promises.
like si vous avez aimé. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner à ma chaîne pour plus de notifications. Et je vous dis à très bientôt. Merci beaucoup. Bye bye.